Hi everyone, it's kilzhot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead and Random Things. This is our Tuesday night tradition, live number 29. That's a lot of episodes, a lot of random topics we went through. And tonight, we're just going to mix it up a little bit more. I got a couple things that we might throw in there as well. And why did I pick a picture of Rosita? Because it's time. Don't lie to me. You guys know that you've all missed Michonne, you've all missed Rosita, so I had to sort of throw that back in there just to get you thinking about this week's episode. So I see a few people starting to jump in the room. I see some of my mods in the house. Steph, the Cuervo Queen. Today is Tuesday. Is it Taco and Tequila Tuesday? Is that the official name that we're giving it? So hopefully that's what we go with. Patrice, what's up? Zane Thomas, what's going on? Zane Thomas said he got the flu. It was not me. I'm telling you. I've waded my way through it, but it is not contagious. I'm not giving it to anybody. Do not blame me for your sickness. I think it's just like would it be an epidemic or a pandemic? I don't know. I think it's just something just going around everywhere. But I am almost back. I think I'm about 82.5%. I'm getting very, very close. Could have been the cough medicine that my boy Hassan donated the other night during chat. So thanks to all of you guys for being here. Appreciate the crowd starting to stroll in. This is one of my favorite things to do. So when we do have to cancel this, either via holiday, I know with Halloween we had to cancel a couple other things. This is the one I miss the most because it just gets a little bit out there. So Tequila Tuesday, Tequila and Taco, whatever. We'll go with it. Hey, let's do it. T. Mooney, what's going on? Brandon Hutton. Let a few more people just jump in here. And how do I get a dislike before I even talk? Who was that? I'm going to find you. I didn't even start the stream and somebody's like hate stalking me. I hate stalkers. All right, we're going to move right into it. Thanks to everybody. I'm getting back a little bit of my mojo. So I'm just going to start out with a little bit of a casual topic because this is the holiday week. And, you know, I guess we could have talked about commercialization of holidays. There's Christmas and there's shopping before Christmas, and then there's Easter and people go out. Valentine's Days become, you know, Kay and Zales and you know, what you got from Jared and chocolates and all of those things. Well, Thanksgiving is you eat, and then there's Black Friday right after it. So, you know, the two, I guess, kind of go hand in hand, which sort of does take away from the holidays. Just another reason to shop. So we'll get into Thanksgiving in a second. But I just want to know with Black Friday, what some of you guys do. And by the way, if you're new to these chats, I will call in your comments. These videos are made up by you. So whatever you guys type, it is open season. Is there anything that you're looking forward to or any tradition that some of you have on Black Friday? I know with me, I used to shop like hardcore. I wanted to see some of the sales and some of the deals. And then the crowds just got a little crazy. Now, I guess the crowds are sporadic because people shop online. So you don't know if there's going to be a crowd. Depends on the store. So I'm a little bit out of the loop because I do online shopping quite a bit as well. So Timothy Young says working, no doubt, corporate Christmas. And what are some of the things that you guys do on Black Friday? Shopping, online shopping, any other traditions? I'm just kind of curious. Rial, don't do Black Friday. Only thing I buy is olive oil on Small Business Saturday. Okay. Olive oil on Small Business is that like just a your thing, or is that like a thing? Just kind of curious with that. Derek Campbell says binge watches videos on Black Friday. I know Tommy's probably going to say I watch football. So yes, there is the old college football thing as well. You know, football is a part of Thanksgiving tradition and also Black Friday. E-Beat says the wife takes the money and goes with her sister and just brings home the stuff. There you go. I guess that's a good thing to do. It's like, here, take the checkbook, take the cash. Sheila Beasley doesn't do Black Friday. Yeah, I can imagine. Working, if you work at Walmart and if you worked at Walmart in the past, just the crowds alone probably enough to sort of turn you off to the whole shopping experience. So a lot of people don't do it. Let's see. Hassan, I need my underwear always on sale. Okay. I guess that's a good day to do it. Kale won $500 from JCPenney and didn't even want to go. So you weren't anxious to go out and just kind of blow it. Are there any places that are, it is like, isn't Best Buy open at like Thursday night at midnight or something? In one of those stores do that. They started doing this Thanksgiving late night sale. Is that Best Buy? I'm just kind of curious. I haven't went there and I haven't shopped it. Tassie McCormick says her daughter's having a sleepover, so there's going to be 9 giggling girls. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That yeah, that's going to be a tough night. You won't get any sleep. That's for sure. Kohl's opens at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I'm starting to get into the feel, a little bit of the flavor. It's holiday season. I got to start stocking up. I am a Christmas shopper. I got to be honest. I like to give gifts. I like. Well, you know what? I'll tie into something else because you guys can probably guess. And be honest here. I'm going to ask just the whole group a question. Do you prefer giving gifts or do you prefer receiving gifts? Don't lie to me. I know all of you guys, so don't try to hype yourself up. I know some personalities here, so I'm going to call you out if I think you give the wrong answer. What do you prefer? Do you prefer giving gifts to make other people happy, or do you actually like to get the stuff? Let's see. I can already pick a couple. Let's see. Emmy Bacon she's a gift getter. I can tell that. Kel is a gift giver. I'm just going to pick those two to start out. And watch. As soon as they answer, I know it. Tommy says giving. Matthew Todd says giving. Darkest Shadow, giving. So a lot of people prefer. Emmy's like, come on, Kills. Why'd you just call me out in this video? She doesn't even have to answer now. Sheila says giving, especially for the kids. I agree. You know, Tommy says the look on little Tommy's face. That's worth it, right? When you have children and grandchildren. I just got in trouble. Most people are giving. Where are the getters? Where it's like, I want my stuff. So I guess I'll go ahead. I'm probably in the same boat. I like both. I prefer to give, except if it is I prefer to receive gifts if they're not expensive and they have meaning to them. That's kind of my caveat to that. Like, if somebody gives me something and it's important and it doesn't have to be valuable, then that is, to me, that's as cool as giving stuff to other people. So, if you guys agree with that, just throw a quick 999 up in chat. We're going to move on to a survey. Well, no, actually, we're going to do like a top 10-ish type of thing. Yeah, see, there you go. I figured that would get you kind of feeling sentimental for the holidays. All right. Thanksgiving stuff, and mainly Thanksgiving food. So just want to give you guys a quick top 10. You guys know how I like my top 10s. These are the top 10 side dishes for Thanksgiving. And there's some popular, in my mind, there's some snubs on here because there's some stuff. Look, I'm not the eat-all, be-all authority on Thanksgiving food, but I know what I like. So I'll go through the top 10 real quick. Number 10, candied yams. Number 9, creamed spinach. No, not for me. I like spinach. I just don't like creamed spinach. 8, Brussels sprouts. I do like me some Brussels sprouts, though. Number 7, sweet potato casserole. Or, is Shani D here yet? Or if you're from the area that Shani D and myself are from, it's sweet tater casserole. There is no potato, it's a tater. Number 6 is green bean casserole. We love our casseroles, don't we? Number 5, cranberry sauce. Number 4, rolls. Just rolls. Doesn't say biscuits, it says rolls. Number 3, and these 3 might be universal, mac and cheese. Number 2, stuffing. And number 1, see if you guys can pick the number 1 side dish for Thanksgiving. Drum roll, please. There you go. There you go, Emmy. Emmy's already on it. And it is... Hey, Jake from State Farm. That's just a lewd comment, so I'm gonna go ahead and time you out because it's just a stupid thing to say, man. Come on, have a little bit of class in these streams, and don't act like you're like 5, because nobody just appreciates dumb comments. Okay, now that we've sent Jake home, mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes is number 1 side dish. So those of you that said it. I've seen a couple of the other comments here. So of those 10, I'll give you 10 real quickly. Give me a couple popular snubs that you did not see on there. So yams, spinach, Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, sweet tater casserole, green bean casserole, cranberry sauce, rolls, mac and cheese, stuffing, and number 1's mashed potatoes. There's one that is really, really obvious. What's up, SoFly? No, stuffing. Stuffing was number 2, Tommy. Deviled eggs, that was corn. There's no corn in the top 10. Are you kidding me? Corn spaghetti. Come on, Grayson. Spaghetti is not a side dish for Thanksgiving. You're killing me, man. I get you. Deviled eggs, definitely. But corn should have definitely been up there somewhere. I don't know. We won't consider apple pie a side dish. We'd have to put that in the... Pies would be in the dessert category. All right, you guys are getting silly. All right, moving on to the next topic. See, I got you guys... We're getting holiday-ish. We're getting Thanksgiving. We're getting that holiday spirit. Before long, it's going to be Christmas. So we got to bring up this Walking Dead helicopter thing. And I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I can't come up with a solution, a meaning, a method, other than they are trying to just put the carrot out in front of us and make us chase it just a little bit more, because we're going to talk about it, but there's a lot of stuff already to talk about, and now they're just giving us one more thing. I think of all seasons, there's more, not a cliffhanger, but there's more mysteries around this season than other stuff. I mean, we've got Old Man Rick, we've got, is that Judith, is it not Judith, we've got this big owl out there. We've got 5 episodes in and no Michonne and no Rosita as of yet. We've got people fighting, people turning, people at odds with each other. We got a Morales answer, so we did get that. And now we got a helicopter. It's just something like, where's Heath? Where's... Well, I guess not where's Morales, because Morales we got the answer. Where's Sherry? And now this helicopter, right after a hint of a crossover from Fear the Walking Dead. So possibly, I don't know. The direction of it, it's too hard to tell. Rick just kind of gave that look, like almost like he's hallucinating. I mean, I guess that could be. But so many mysteries around this season. But I don't want to dwell on the helicopter. I brought up the helicopter only because it was a real helicopter. There's no doubt about it. It flew over. I saw it. Sharon, you're on the money. But we talked on previous random things, some inventions or some things that would be nice on The Walking Dead. But today what I want to do, we see a helicopter, is I want to ask all of you, what other items are we not seeing enough of? I know the show can't be 100% realistic, so in the thumbnail, I saw Norman Reedus on a go-kart. So here's my question. Why don't they have go-karts? I've seen multiple motorcycles. I've seen a lot of cars stranded. But you got to imagine in the United States, there's probably almost as many go-karts manufactured as there is motorcycles. But I've yet to see a go-kart. Doesn't it kind of, aren't there some more things? Tanks, you know, Tommy, we've talked about tanks before. We've talked four-wheelers. So I want you, put on your thinking caps, everybody. Be creative here. What are some things? Houses with swimming pools, maybe? So, and maybe there was one. I'll have to go back and look. But you're talking about a high-end housing development in Alexandria and not one swimming pool in the backyard? Not people sitting back there, diving board. No swimming pools. So four-wheelers, go-karts. Emmy, we did see golf carts, right, in that scene with the golf course with Daryl and who was it? Was it Amy? No, Beth. Daryl and Beth. You know, there was there's probably some farm equipment back with Herschel. I don't remember specifically because I didn't go back and really look for that stuff. But yeah, I mean, Alexandria should be. Trampolines. There you go, Shannon. Where are the trampolines? Could you imagine? You put a couple walkers on a trampoline, just boing, boing, just bounce them around. And I mean, they should be able to loot a Toys R Us. I get it. It's an apocalypse, and there's some things like food you run out of. I don't know you're going to run out of Monopoly games or the game of life or I mean you wouldn't have to use the same bunny for Gracie and Judith. You could probably hit a Toys R Us. I know several Toys R Us just in the Alexandria area alone. I don't think they did a good job of replicating Alexandria, to be honest. It's, obviously it's in Georgia, but it's still it's too Georgian, Georgia-ish, whatever the word is. It's too much like Georgia and not enough like the D.C. metro area. I thought they could have done a little better job. Because I got to tell you, I'm not picking it apart. I'm just kind of looking at stuff. There ain't that much woodland in Alexandria, Virginia. It's just not. Not even if they filmed it 10 years ago. More guns, people are saying. Ha! Hassan is on a treadmill trying to type, how about treadmills? And clothes. Julie, great point. I mean, you should have your pick of clothes. I mean, they haven't jacked one Macy's. Strand had plenty of nice clothes. You'd think Daryl and Rick could change it up just a little bit. Wave runners, pressure washers. These are all great call-outs. Hey, what's up, Amy? Hey, welcome back. Yeah, now I will tell you, I mean, Alexandria is not the snow capital of the world, but yeah, I mean, we did get about 3.5 feet of snow a few years back. You know, I guess it would be. Now, I know in this day and age that money is not a big deal. You don't need money in a zombie apocalypse. But let me ask this question, and you guys be honest. First of all, Tommy and the rest of the group, if you guys could slap the like button before I ask this question. If everybody just hit the like button before we move on to, I'm going to give you guys a hypothetical. Because I just want to know. All right, get this thing up to 50 likes, and then I'm gonna throw out the next question. Because, like, when I played Monopoly, or if I played the game of life or whatever, it's fake money. I still want it. That's like my goal. You play Monopoly, your goal is to get all the money. Okay, so the question I'm going to ask is, how many of you, there's no law, there's no rules, it's complete. How many of you would rob a bank just to rob a bank in a zombie apocalypse? Am I the only person that would probably do that? It's like, I just want a big stack of money. Even though you could have so much money in a zombie apocalypse and just kind of stack it up and say, this is what it would have looked like if I had like $5 billion before the whole world went awry. And here's my follow-up question. These people live, right? They live with the hope that, yeah, I mean, look, okay, here we go. Look at all these people. It's like all of you. I would, me, yes, gotta, you know. Okay, E-Beach, I'm giving you that. Okay, he says worthless. Carter says worth. But I'd still do it. It'd be like, you know, you're bored. Some people are out. I mean, there's a lot of times they're just hanging out, not doing anything. Why not say, we're going to just, hey, I know in Alexandria alone there's probably 100 banks. You hit a couple of those banks to see what's up. Or a jewelry store. I mean, wouldn't you like to be walking around with like just a little bit of bling? But nobody is. And most of these people are holding on to the hope that the world there's a cure. It's going to get back to normal. Well, maybe if you think the world's going to get back to normal, maybe that money might be worth something one day. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea just to stash a few million. Or, I mean, what happens there is a cure? You say, you know, all those banks were pretty much open season. Julie's like, I want a bag of cash and jewelry. Oh, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Rial says, I wouldn't wear anything that shines or makes noise. Yeah, I didn't think about that one. I probably would, though. Lindsay's like, money is paper. Paper can light fires. No. You store it. Store it in your mattress. Just keep it there. You're living because the world is going to come back around at one point, and then that money may be worth something. And some gold, too. I mean, yeah, go ahead and take some gold. But gold's heavy. Steph's going for a Hostess cupcake factory. All right. I told you guys it could be random today. I don't know, just some thoughts. We know, look, no swimming pools, no go-karts, no four-wheelers, no money. I just want to be, I want a cameo appearance on The Walking Dead, and I just want to be that dude that's just like a little bit crazy and says, all right, today I just want to go see what the banks look like. I'd just be that silly person. Okay, everybody, we're going to move on to the next topic. Next topic is movie replays. So I don't know where this came up. I was talking to someone, and we're just talking about movies that you can't just watch one time. And, you know, one of the things with Walking Dead is I usually watch every episode, at least the current ones, at least twice, Sometimes, playbacks probably equals a third time. But see, now you guys are finding like all these uses for gold is really fun. EB just like, gold can be a conductor. See, I like that. You're thinking big picture. I like the big picture thought process there. So, movies that you have watched over and over again. Now, I know they're not, and part of this has to do with the holiday theme because there's some movies that you watch every Thanksgiving. So, I guess it's a two-part question. One, is there a movie that you watch on certain holidays like Halloween? Maybe you watch Halloween, but is there also a favorite movie that you just like to watch it? Like Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay. Where you know like every line? You know what the secret to travel is? It's where you get to the place that you're going and you take off your shoes and your socks and you make fist with your toes in the carpet. That was from Die Hard. Original Die Hard. So Amy Beer says Shawshank Redemption. Yes, that's one I think a lot of people have seen multiple times. Planes, Trains, Automobiles, Demolition Man, Uncle Buck, Christmas Vacation, there you go. Christmas Story. I usually see the Christmas Story at not Kennedy Center, sorry, at Ford's Theater. I can't even remember, place in D.C. And the last couple years has been the same production, but it's really, really good. So not a movie, but a live performance. A Christmas Story I see. Tommy Boy. Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. Star Wars. Yes, Brian. Star Wars. La Bamba. Para bailar la bamba es necesito escalera grande ocha chiquita y arriba y arriba. I think. Something like that. Sorry, that is my cold, nasally Richie Valens. The best I can do for you. I probably should have went Old Donna. Might have been a little bit more accurate with the Old Donna version. Predator is another. It's a Wonderful Life. I say, I like this. Charlie Brown's Christmas. Of course you saw Charlie Brown in the thumbnail. Wow, we got just such a wide range. I thought there'd be Christmas Story seems to be one. Oh no. Amy said no singing. Don't even. We haven't even got to the 90s music yet. If you thought that was bad, oh, you're in for a real treat. I know. I took 3 years of Spanish, and it's really bad. My Spanish is as bad as my English. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is probably not one that I would watch every year, Derek. See that? That's what happens when you sing. Hassan likes the Spanish. Look at that. Hassan, you got to throw a follow-up question in there, though, my man. He gave me cough medicine the other day, and that was, I would almost guarantee it was either for the singing or it might have been to get me to stop. But either way, thank you. Appreciate the super chat. You know, one thing I'm finding, though, is that a lot of the movies that you guys are saying that you watch replays are holiday movies. I mean, there were some other ones. There was Terminator and Godfather, but A Christmas Story, a lot of them, Charlie Brown Christmas, are the ones that they show on a regular basis. So, interesting. I just like to throw some stuff out there to sort of debate a little bit. I'm going to throw in just a random topic that's not on the list. I know you guys usually see the list when we go through it. But something weird sort of crossed my mind as we were going through. Oh, I got to stop now. Hassan, you could have just asked. You didn't have to make a second donation in order to ask the same question. All right. Well, now you know what? I will probably use that $2 to buy a drink of choice. So that's a great question. And you can submit these to me in advance too. Real quick, you guys, if you don't have me on Kick at KILZHOT, you can definitely send me your super chat ideas, suggestions, conversations, things that you guys want to talk about. And we are going to ask this question to everybody. Hassan wants to know, what's the drink of choice for everyone here for the holidays? Bonnie Thompson is coming in with imported beer. So let's see it. Let's see what is your drink. If you're not old enough to drink, then whatever your favorite soft drink is. Margarita. Brene is margarita. Deidre Perkins is Grey Goose. Eggnog and Kahlua for D. Mooney. Let's see. Limerita. Cinnamon hot chocolate for Charlie Mack. Bailey's on the rocks for Ultra Groove. Diet Coke for y'all. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Champagne all day. Hassan, I can't drink champagne with you, brother. I am not a champagne drinker. It hits me hard. Appletini for Amy Beer. Fuzzy Navel. Missy. Oh, we got Gentleman Jack as well. Makers and Ginger. That's Matt Todd. Racing with the Kool-Aid. Julie's like, bunch of drunks in here. That's funny. Well, Lonnie, a little bit of apple cider. Rial says, if you want a girl to love you, offer to watch Dirty Dancing with them. Huh. Maybe that's what I've been doing all wrong. I have not. I've never watched or invited anyone to watch Dirty Dancing. So, beer and WrestleMania is not a good idea, I suppose. Okay. Well, I'm going to rethink my strategy. But thanks for the heads up on that. Pumpkin spice latte. Okay, let's see, and I'll throw it out there. Let's see how you guys, and I've mentioned this before in previous streams. So, if you guys had to pick my drink of choice, let's see who knows it. And I probably sent some screenshots, so maybe it's a loaded question. So what is my holiday drink of choice? And we'll see if anybody gets it right. And why you guys are what is that line? It says, Sylvia, how do you call your lover boy? Isn't that like a line from Dirty Dance? I don't know. I think I've seen it once. Like, that's the only part of it I know. And please do not tell me not to quote movie lines. I've already been knocked down for singing with my nasally voice. No, I'm not a gin and tonic drinker. Water, I do like me some water. Come on, man, I'm not a Bud drinker. Boone's strawberry. Yeah, that's right. And she says, I tell him, come here, lover boy. And what if he doesn't answer? And then she says it again or something like that. And she says, like, baby? Or, yeah, okay. I think I got it now. Now I'm starting to remember it. Whiskey. No, I'm not a whiskey drinker. Wow, you guys are all over the place. It's margarita. Margaritas on the rocks with extra salt. That's how I roll. But I'm not a heavy drinker. So one or two margaritas, I'm good. Darkest Shadow. You're killing me. Mad Dog 2020. I've drank Mad Dog 2020 one time. And some of you guys are probably enjoying dinner. So I won't like gross everybody out. I will tell you though, Mad Dog 2020 will not stay down. That is, yeah, that's bad. Darkest Shadow just like throw some stuff out there. All right, moving right along. So, hey, now I know you and you know me. We know what, and great question, Hassan. Appreciate that. Tommy likes to, we make up words. So Tommy likes to Lucille the like button and we throw a few things out there. Favorite word? Do you guys have just something that's your go-to word? I'm kind of curious. I do like Patrick Swayze. Some Roadhouse. Like, do it, Hassan. They're like cheering him on. Don't cheer him on. I just want to see some random, if you guys had like a go-to word or something that you say that's like your thing. Seriously? Okay. You're killing me, man. You guys stop egging this guy on. I mean, Hassan gets paid, and now I gotta stop this. What am I making for Thanksgiving? Turkey. I'm gonna get back to Thanksgiving though in a second though. Missy Ann, I love your word. I just can't say it in chat. I think mine used to be, and I had to stop saying it. It was unfreaking believable, but instead of freaking, it was kind of you get the idea. And I just said it so many times it became like normal language. And then you're just in the middle of nowhere, and it's like unbelievable, and you don't realize the context of it. What the flip? Shiznit, yeah. Flabbergasted, flipping. A lot of substitutions for F words. You know what? I'm glad you guys are doing this because I have to do two versions. And I think I'm going to do 97, 98, 99. Hopefully by the weekend I'll do issue number 100 of The Walking Dead. So freaking, flippin', flabbergasted, those are all going to be words that I'm going to use on this channel when I do issue number 100 of the Negan introduction. And then I'm just going to do the whole unfiltered thing on 999 Comics. And I would expect that probably by Sunday. Fiddlesticks, yeah, maybe I'll throw that in there. But I'm telling you, I'm going to read it line for line. I'm going to give you full unfiltered Negan on the 999 Comics channel. All right, another question I'm going to roll right into in 1 second, and then we got to get into some music stuff. So let me give you guys the public service announcement. Just some of the people here are new. If you guys sub to 999 Comics, and I know it's the holidays, so content has been a little light in some of those other channels. It will ramp up. 999 Plays is where we do some of the gameplay. You guys check that out. We're playing some brand new games, probably sometime middle of next week. We're focused on Walking Dead here a little bit more so. So you'll get the streams here. Monday night we'll do either recap or we'll do reactions. Tuesday we do random things. Wednesday Walkers. Thursday there'll be nothing this week. On the sports channel, we're going to do sports predictions on Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday's like an all-day thing. I do Chill with Kills on this channel. We do sports and also the 999 spoilers, and usually the reactions after the Talking Dead. But I was a little bit under the weather, so I had to postpone that one day. But you guys check out all the channels. We're going to have a 70,000 subscriber
event coming up within the next couple weeks once we hit that. So there's going to be some gift cards, some giveaways, all of the above. So you guys hold tight. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. We also have the Facebook page too. And if you guys just want to message me throughout the week, add me on Kik at KILZHOT. And usually I'll respond. I mean, if it doesn't get too crazy. So hold on. And we got a birthday. So happy birthday to Rial. Thank you so much for being here on your birthday. Spend a little bit of time with us. Long time subscriber and viewer, and appreciate all the feedback and all the interaction. And as I do, not just with the Rial, with all of you guys. I appreciate you guys being here and really making these streams. It's a lot of fun sort of navigating it when you got so many people engaged in the interaction. I know sometimes we get a little wacky, we get a little bit crazy. But before we get into the last topic, I got just another one I want to throw in there because I was thinking about this. Don't ask me, please don't ask me why I was thinking about this. But at what point did people become attractive to us? Let me add a little bit more around that. So, for example, I probably would not look at George Washington and say, "Ooh, George Washington, that's a hot-looking dude." But I probably wouldn't do that, personally to a lot of dudes. But George Washington would not be one that I would pop into my mind. And then at some point, maybe you see, like, I don't know, Henry Ford. I'm not sure what he looked like. But maybe JFK or Elvis. So hopefully you guys get the gist of what I'm doing here. But Julius Caesar, I'm probably not going to look at and say, wow, Julius Caesar, that was a hot dude. So think back of people that either maybe a Kurt Cobain, maybe an Elvis, maybe a JFK, someone that is a little bit before your time. And when did you start thinking that people that maybe lived before you were attractive? Hopefully I asked that the right way. I know it's a lot of clarity to that. Like I could look at Marilyn Monroe and say, wow, yeah, Marilyn Monroe. She's good looking. But I may look back at, I don't know, Joan of Arc, and maybe Joan of Arc was not very appealing to me. So that's kind of what I'm kind of going for here. Is at what point did it start to click that that person might have been attractive? So you know what? And I won't disagree with you, Salem Blue. It says JFK was not attractive. Some people thought so, but I'm not one of those either. Amy, I think that's a good call out. Realize that being attractive is more than just appearance. Paul Newman, I'll give you that. Amy Bondi, I'll give you Robert Redford as well. Both Paul Newman and Robert Redford, I think, were attractive dudes and lived before me. James Dean, there's another one. Ava Gardner, Marilyn Monroe, Sophia Loren. But do you see what I'm saying here? That it's around a certain period where we all sort of thought the same people. Clint Eastwood, Sam Elliott, Marilyn Monroe. Nobody's going to say, like, Pocahontas. I mean, Pocahontas was probably attractive, but think about the earliest possible time that you could see someone as being attractive. I give you Sean Connery. Can we go earlier than Sean Connery? Steve McQueen? George Clooney? How about earlier? Some of it is probably because of lack of technology, right? I mean, we didn't have movies and we didn't have really good photo ops and pictures and those type of things. Harrison Ford, Jim Morrison. Come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? Had to do it, sorry. I'm feeling better. My voice is feeling better. I'm just going to blurt one out every once in a while. Abraham. Really? Clark Gable, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I would give you Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Jefferson. See, now I'm going to have to go back and see some of these pictures of previous. Derek says, George Washington buzzes your beehive. Elvis in his early days, Carrie Fisher.
Ronald Reagan. So did it all hit like what in the 40s, 50s, and 60s? Because that seems to be like most of the time frame. I'm going to sing some Doors for you guys before the end of the night. It's going to make you hurt. All right. Anyway, I just kind of plugged that in there. That look at that, Matthew Todd. What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? I love it. Okay. Anyway, we're moving on to the last topic. That is the segue. I had to get something music related because this is what we're going to do. We did this with the 80s. We had a whole lot of fun. Now, don't bitch about the snubs. I can't get every 90s group in there, so I'm just going to tell you right now, there's going to be some people say, what about this person? What about this person? This is my research through several reputable websites that gave top 50s, top 60s, top 10s, top 100s. So there's going to be some people that we miss. But it is time for the 90s Music Showdown. And what we do here is we've got 32 matchups. Well, 16 matchups, 32 people. And they are head-to-head. And I'm going to give you two groups, either a band against a band, a person against a person, and we're going to narrow these down, and we're going to ultimately get to the #1 musical artist of the 90s. This is the 999 exclusive. This is all of our input. It's not a perfect scoring system either, but doesn't matter if you're born, I don't care if you're born in 2005. You do know there was music in the 90s, right? And you did listen to some of that music, so you're qualified to make a decision. I wasn't born in the 60s. I know music from the 60s. I know music from the 50s. All right. Matthew, you can't pick groups before we even have matchups. That's not the way it works. So here's the way it works. I've got 16 matchups here. I'm going to give you two groups, and you're going to tell me which one is the better group. That's simple, right? All right, let's get into it. Here's the way it works. Stop. Just stop. You know what? So Fly, you better believe Backstreet Boys. And that is our first matchup. Backstreet Boys versus Guns N' Roses. This is going to be a landslide, but believe me, Backstreet Boys was listed in a lot of 90s lists. All right, look at that. We already got a vote for the Backstreet Boys. Don't count them out. Don't count them out. All right, Guns N' Roses up 4-1. This is going to be a landslide. 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1. Look, I know it's not right. Poor Backstreet Boys, they got a bad draw. Maybe they could have beaten someone else. They were probably on the outside looking in. They had to be included in the 90s, though. All right, we're going to call it early. No sense in going through all of this. Guns N' Roses in a landslide first matchup. All right, let's move on to the second matchup. A little bit of Tragic Kingdom. We've got No Doubt versus TLC, Chasing Waterfalls. This is going to be an interesting matchup. No Doubt versus TLC, head-to-head. I mean, both had some pretty amazing hits. Let's see what you guys think. All right, we've already advanced Guns N' Roses to the next round. No Doubt versus TLC. Let's see who gets the first vote. I'm gonna say No Doubt gets the first vote. Oh, Zane Thomas coming in with TLC. No Doubt, No Doubt, No Doubt. Oh, two TLCs. Then we got Gwen. Let's see. Whoa, we're tied. No Doubt, No Doubt up 3. TLC, TLC, it's tied, no doubt. Julie says no doubt. Then we got 2 TLC. Tassie coming in with no doubt. Emmy coming in with no doubt. 2-point lead for no doubt. TLC all day from Hassan. Oh, this is going to be close. Matthew coming in with no doubt. They are, oh, it is no doubt, says Tommy. Lenore says TLC. Sharon, no doubt. It's about a 4-point lead right now. Looking like any last minute. Charlie Mack coming in with TLC. Cuts it to 3. Another TLC. Cuts it to 2. And I think going once, going twice, gone. That was a close matchup. No doubt, barely coming out on top versus TLC. TLC might have fared well. That's a tough matchup. All right, we're moving on to the next one. We've got Smashing Pumpkins versus Metallica. Smashing Pumpkins and Metallica. All right, let's get the early votes out of the way. This is a tough matchup, too. This is one of those two. Lindsay, I'm going to go back in a little bit. I'm going to tell you why Guns N' Roses was not just the 80s. Guns N' Roses had some amazing hits in 1990, 91, and 92. Probably sold more albums in the early 90s than it did in the late 80s as well. All right, Smashing Pumpkins versus Metallica. Metallica's another one. Had big hits in the 80s, but also had stuff that carried over into the 90s. Oh, we got... Yeah, Metallica's going to run away with this one. We got like 3 people Smashing Pumpkins. I do like me some Disarm. I like Zero. The world is a vampire. We can call this one early. Metallica. Metallica's got so many early on. Metallica is advancing. All right. This probably won't be tough, but there are some hits on both sides of it, so we're going to move on. We got Pearl Jam versus Outkast. Pearl Jam and Outkast. I think I can probably gauge the audience, but we'll see. We'll see how the early votes come in. I got a feeling this wasn't a fair matchup for Outkast. Zane coming in early with some Pearl Jam. I think this is going to be like the Metallica. Remember how the Metallica just lit up the street? Oh, okay, hang on. We got a couple Outkast early on. Pearl Jam, Pearl Jam, Pearl Jam. We got about 4 Outkast, 5 Outkast, but a whole lot of Pearl Jam coming in. Pearl Jam all the way, Pearl Jam all the way. Oh, okay, this is going to be a landslide. All right, sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. And Outkast is gone. Pearl Jam advances to the next round. This is by far the hardest matchup for me. You guys remember we did the 80s? I was right there with Daryl Hall and John Oates. These are 2 of my all-time favorite groups. And both of them can't advance, so this matchup really hurts me. Blink-182 versus Matchbox 20 and Rob Thomas. You got Hello There, the angel from my nightmare, the shadow in the background of the morgue. And then you got so many songs. It's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. I mean, where do you go with this? Blink-182 versus Matchbox 20. Lay it on the line here. I'm not going to influence any votes. I'm going to leave it totally up to you. I kind of know where my heart is. And Zane Thomas coming out with Blink-182, getting them on the board. Then we got Matchbox 20. Blink. Matchbox 20. 4 to 3 to 4 to 4. 5 to 5. 6, 7, 7 to 5. 7 to 6. 7 to 7. Matchbox 20 takes the lead by 1, 2, 3, 4, by 5, by 6. One Blink-82 cuts it down to 5.
Still 5, 2 people weighing in. Matchbox 20 with the early lead. It's cut to 4. Back to Good was amazing, wasn't it? And Matchbox 20 getting some late votes in. I'm going to call it. They're up at least 9 at this point. So Matchbox 20, and that was my vote as well. I'm not crazy. I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care. Matchbox 20 moves to the next round. That makes me happy. All right. Here's another tough one. This is just going to show, I mean, these are both great, but where do you go with this? Red Hot Chili Peppers versus Jay-Z. The Chili Peppers versus Jay-Z. Only in the 90s could you get a matchup like this extreme. Two opposite ends of the spectrum, both phenomenal superstars. Let's see which direction you guys go. I'm very curious to see what you guys are going to do with this one. Zane coming out. When Zane comes out with one, it usually loses. Zane's first, but we got Jay-Z with 2. We got Chili Peppers up 3, 4, 5. Hold on. And then we got 6. Let's see. Chili Peppers up by 3 at this point. Chili Peppers up by 4. 2 Jay-Z's makes it 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more Chili. 6. Okay. Now the Red Hot Chili Peppers are coming out in full effect. All right. I'm going to call it. It is Chili Peppers. It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of people coming in. All right. Let's go to Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots. Man in a Box. Stone Temple Pilots, a little bit of Vaseline. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. I think I'm influencing you guys. I'm making you want to vote Stone Temple Pilots. But go with your heart. All right, JB coming out with Stone Temple Pilots. A little bit of STP getting it started. And we got Alice in Chains. Oh, okay, hold on now. Let's see, it's 3-3. Up, Alice in Chains. Now we're tied again. Alice in Chains takes the lead by 1, 2, 3. Cut to 2, 1, 2. Wow. This surprises me a little bit. Hold on, we got 3 Stone Temple Pilots, but then we got 3 Alice in Chains. Alice in Chains still at 4. Up 2. Up 1. Stone Temple Pilots ties it. We're neck and neck. Shawn Mendes, you killing me, man. Is he gonna be the next singer of Alice in Chains? We've got 2 Alice in Chains, 1 STP. I got to call it at some point. It is Alice in Chains by 1. Sorry, guys, we can't have this last all day. Got to go with Alice in Chains. All right, a little bit quicker on these next few. Weezer versus Oasis. I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're Mary Tyler Moore. And I don't like Oasis. I'm just going to tell you guys. I'm not an Oasis fan. I know I'm going with Weezer, but you guys go where you want on this one. I don't know. I don't see either one of these in the finals. They were both in the top 30, but Weezer versus Oasis. Zane comes out and says Oasis. Another Oasis. We got Weezer. 2-2. Up, Oasis. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Up, Weezer coming back. No, more Oasis. One, two, three, 4. 4 Weezer's in a row. Weezer takes a 1-point lead. Weezer takes a 2-point lead. I hate Weezer. That doesn't count. I can't take one away for that. John Grant coming in with Oasis. Missy Ann refuses to vote on either. I'm taking a pass on this one. This is close. This is really close. I got Weezer by 1, now Weezer by 2. Charlie coming in with Oasis. All right, we're tied, and the next vote will win it, and it is going to be Boo. No, Boo is not an option. Today is going to be the day. Oh, I just don't like them. Going once, going twice, and it's a tie. Really? It's a tie. Killing me. All right. We got a dead heat between Weezer and Oasis. We'll figure this out for next week. All right. This is going to be tough for you guys. Green Day versus Snoop Dogg. Don't ask me how these pairings came up. Green Day versus Snoop Dogg. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all I had once? That one, yes. Or Snoop Dogg. Whoa, a whole lot of Green Day coming out of the gates. 4 Green Day. 5 Green Day. 6 Green Day. 7 Green Day. Oh, man. Really? Snoop Dogg not getting any love? This is crazy. All right, I'm not even going through the motions on this. Green Day in a landslide. All right. This is another odd matchup. Sorry, get this over with. Foo Fighters versus Black Crowes. I'm going to call this after about 10 votes. Foo Fighters and Black Crowes. We got about 5 more matchups to get through here. Foo Fighters and Black Crowes. Tell me what you got here. Yeah, Green Day, easy, easy pass. It's going to be interesting to see Green Day when they're matched up against somebody else like Foo Fighters. That would be interesting. Foo Fighters and Black Crowes. I'm going to give this all of about 10 seconds before I call it, because I already know which direction it's going to go. And yes, Black Crowes did make the list of top bands in the 90s. All right, we're calling it. Foo Fighters. Easy, easy. Here's another one. We're going to do it just to get through it. This is a bad matchup because actually this is not a bad group, but we got Offspring versus Nirvana. My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that. All right, that's Offspring, and then I can give you like 1,000 songs by Nirvana. Once again, we're going to let this go about 10 seconds. These are odd matchups, but you know what? In the first round, they kind of are that way. The next 2 or 3 are going to be real interesting. So 10 seconds starting now, and we'll call it very, very early here. Nirvana, 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 no doubt. And in a lot of polls, Nirvana is the number 1. So they are really the front runner in all of this. So Nirvana very easily. All right, so we're going to call that. I already know with direct. Actually, I want you guys to think about this as we get to the last couple matchups. So we've got, don't just go on reputation and legend. Actually, think about the songs here. Tupac versus the Dave Matthews Band. Think deep and long into this. Think about the songs you like. Think about the legacy. Think about the hits, all of those things, and give me a vote. Tupac or Dave Matthews Band? Thane says Tupac, obviously. All right, so we got some early votes for Tupac. 3-0. Oh, we got Dave Matthews coming in. A couple Dave Matthews Band. A few more Tupac. Hold now. Check this out. Tupac still up 3. This is tough. Tupac up 4. 2 for Dave Matthews Band. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 Tupac. That puts him up 6. Dave Matthews puts him up 5. A couple more Tupac. 6, 7. See, 6. Back to 7. Back down to 6. Down to 5. Back up to 6. Back to 5. 6, we're going to call it. Tupac takes down the Dave Matthews Band. Sorry, I guess there will be no little ants marching in this week. Next matchup. Think about the hits here. Don't think about recent performances or any type of snubs. I want you to think about the big picture. Mariah Carey versus Soundgarden. Now, obviously, if you like grunge, you're going to be compelled to say Soundgarden, but I also want you to think about the whole body of work, because Mariah Carey obviously has quite the resume. Mariah Carey versus Soundgarden, another great matchup. And we're down to 1, 2, 3. These are the last 4. So these are going to be the last 4 matchups. And then I'll do a quick recap, and we will wind this thing down. All right, so we start out Soundgarden, Mariah Carey, Soundgarden, Mariah, 2-2. Soundgarden takes the lead, 4, 5. Up. Soundgarden, Mariah. It's tied after Rial. And now, let's see, Mariah is up 1. Soundgarden is back up 3. Mariah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're tied. Walani says Mariah, puts her up 1. Missy Ann and Ultra Groove and Pat go Soundgarden. Soundgarden up 2. Mariah up 1. Emmy says Mariah. It's tied. Kenny Holt says Soundgarden. Grayson says Mariah. We're tied, everybody. I mean, this is... we've had some, like, shootouts here. Brene says Mariah. Charlie says Mariah. Oh, Mariah's up 3 at this point. I guess it can't be all grunge. All right. I'm calling it. Mariah Carey with a huge comeback. Soundgarden got out of the gates early. Mariah Carey comes back. I don't know if that's an upset, because I just think it was 2 different styles. Speaking of different styles, how about Madonna versus 9 Inch Nails? Madonna and 9 Inch Nails. 3 more matchups to go. This is going to be very similar to the Mariah Carey Soundgarden battle. Who you got, Madonna or 9 Inch Nails? Bow down before the one you serve. You're gonna get what you deserve. I got to give a little 9 Inch Nails rap there. Nine Inch Nails, Madonna. 9 Inch Nails up 1. Madonna, it's tied. Madonna, 9 Inch, 3-3. 9 Inch Nails, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, Madonna. 1, 2, 3. 9 Inch Nails up 1. 9 Inch Nails up 4. Up 5. One, 2, 3, 4. 9 Inch Nails, and then 2 more. 9 Inch Nails up 2 at this point. Up 3. Up 4. 9 Inch Nails again. This is tough. All right, I'm going to call it 9 Inch Nails taking down Madonna. And Madonna couldn't make it in her 80s showdown. She can't make it in the 90s showdown either. Here we go. The last 2 of the night. REM versus Radiohead. Now, this should be a landslide if we think about the body of work, but this is up to you guys. I do like me some Radiohead, but there's a lot of good songs out there by REM. They're another band that kind of bridged 80s and 90s. REM and Radiohead. We're starting out with Radiohead. REM. This should be REM in a landslide, to be honest. Right now I got REM up about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're calling it REM in a landslide. I do like Radiohead, but you can't match their body work versus REM. And this is the last matchup of the night. And I got to tell you, this might be the most epic. I have no idea which way this is going to go. Slim Shady, Eminem, versus Bono and U2. Oh my gosh. One of the epic artists of the 90s is going to be eliminated in the first round. U2 versus Eminem. Two more of my favorites here. I'm staying neutral. I'm not singing a single tune from a single song. All right, we got Eminem. First three. We got U2. Eminem, U2. Eminem's up by 1. It's tied. U2 takes the lead. Eminem goes up by 2. U2 goes up by 1, 2, 3. U2's up by 3. Eminem cuts it to 2. 1, 2. U2. Oh man, this is back and forth. I've got about 4, 5. Eminem cuts it down to 2. So Fly goes with U2. Let's see. That's 3, 4, 5, 4. Still 4. U2 is up by 4 at this point. Hey, they're going to win this with or without you. Emmy takes it down to 3. Darkest Shadow takes it back to 4, Where the Streets Have No Name. Pepe's Fishing Channel takes it back to 3. U2 by 3. And going once, going twice. Kel says Eminem. Charlie says U2. It's still 3, everybody. And done. U2 takes out Eminem. And it doesn't matter. If Garth Brooks was here, Garth Brooks isn't going to beat Nirvana. Come on, people. These are the top 30. Garth Brooks was not in the list. Just sorry to tell you guys. Just the way it goes. You can't have everybody included. So maybe a popular snub, but in the whole scheme of things, he ain't going to be in the finals. So just take it for what it's worth. All right, quick recap. These are the people that are in the finals. I mean, I ain't saying Garth wouldn't get to 8th or 10th or maybe 12th, but let's recap the finals really quickly. So we got No Doubt, Metallica, Pearl Jam, Matchbox 20, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Alice in Chains, Weezer and Oasis in a tie. We'll figure that one out. You know what? Just for all the whiners, all the babies out there, I'm going to write in Garth Brooks. We're going to change the rules. Garth Brooks will be in that Weezer, Oasis, Garth Brooks. So how about that? If you guys want to cry about it. Green Day, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Tupac, Mariah Carey, Nine Inch Nails, REM, U2, and Guns and Roses. So that's it. And we've added one additional snub because the baby's in the crowd. And since we got a tie with Weezer and Oasis, we'll be able to add one additional person for the tiebreaker, and Garth Brooks will take that. I'm not adding anybody else next week. That's it. Don't give me any more write-ins. Don't give me more snubs. So there you go, everybody. A little bit of Black Friday, a little bit of Thanksgiving, a whole lot of stuff we talked about. This stream went on a little bit longer because, you know, we got 16 matchups. These are going to take a little bit longer. We will pick this back up next Tuesday and have a little bit of the countdown. I'm going to do Wednesday Walkers tomorrow night. It'll be all Walking Dead related. I want to thank all my moderators that are here. Thank all of you guys for participating, being a part of it. Had a lot of fun with this. Also, Hassan, for all those super chat donations. Appreciate. Lindsay, ain't no Atlantis Morissette in there. Give me a break. She had like a jagged little pill. She had one freaking album. She's not going to be one of the top. Just get out of here. Stop with it, all right? Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everything that you guys do. And give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you all soon. If you guys want to shout out, give me a quick 999 in chat so I can shout you out on the way out the door. So just want to say thank you to Julie Despain, Zane Thomas, Lindsay Luke, Bonnie Thompson, Northside Queen, Tommy Sweetass Enforcer McCandless, Steph DeCuervo, Queen Richardson, Grayson Willis, Amy Beer, what's a Garth Brooks? You guys are killing me. SoFly, what's going on? Joanna Karpowicz, thank you so much. AJ Jepson, Brian McMurtry, Charlie Mack, good to see you. Also Darkest Shadow, good to see you again, my man. Tanya, thank you for being here. Salem Blue. E-Beach, Rial, have a good night as well. Missy Ann, thanks for being here. Linda Zombie Fox. Brene, thank you for being here. I know you guys are going to go back and think of all the snubs you can possibly add to it. Julie Bellamy, thanks for being here. Pat Senzone. Walani, appreciate you being here as well. And got time for a couple more shout-outs. Give me a couple more shout-outs before we wind this thing down. Michael Archuleta, thanks for being here as well. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to feel better. I was getting close, but you know, a 75-minute stream, it's going to be a little bit taxing. I was starting to get my my singing voice about halfway through, but then I think I just shot it. So thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate you being here as well. Count Byron. And you guys have, if you're not here for the stream tomorrow night, have a happy Thanksgiving. If I missed you with a shout out when this video goes live in the next 5 or 6 minutes, then just leave a comment, leave your thoughts below. Thanks, everybody. Talk to y'all soon. Super long stream tonight. Peace.